Okay, so today I'm talking about Peacock streaming service. And the only reason I sort of went to doing this is because I was so interested in the idea of a free service. And obviously, I have pulled up here the actual plans for most of the material. But it intrigued me more than HBO because I know HBO is getting paired with a lot of other things, so people are in their system. But I think HBO Max kind of had a little bit of a failure to launch. And I think Peacock, which I'll get into more on that side of the surface, really is doing a good job marketing wise, saying, oh, hey, here's all this free stuff, doesn't cost you anything. Come on, come right in. And obviously, the plans here are Peacock Premium, which unlocks everything, but you still have ads, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, because the $9.99 plan a month is everything in premium without ads, which is really crazy. That they're, I think this is the part that I would disagree with in their methods, because $10 a month is substantial, especially because their content isn't too big. I mean, obviously, they're eventually going to be the only holders of The Office and Parks and Rec, but until then, I don't think there is enough here to elevate that, unfortunately. Okay, so here's what Peacock's streaming service looks like. Again, this is just account information just to show you. $0. All I had to put in was an email, set up an account. I think this is a brilliant tactic to at least try to bring people in to Peacock's system, and way more effective than some of what HBO was doing. I know HBO has a couple things where if you switch to a certain provider or something, it's free. But just doing this deal where you instantly get stuff for free. So yeah, let's get right into what the free Peacock looks like for all the people that are like, oh, I might check this out. So the thing with this streaming service that again we have to consider is all of this stuff does have ads rolling on it. Is part of the thing you do have to keep in mind. And of the things that are currently featured, there's soccer, there's news, there's SNL episodes that they're rolling out, The Office, which I'll get into some of that. But yeah, it's just a little odd because I feel like a lot of this stuff people are not watching on streaming services, if that makes sense. Like, I feel like specifically like the Tonight Show stuff, even if you weren't checking that out live, there's enough YouTube clips on there that you could seek that out otherwise. And just a couple other ones. You got Everybody Hates Chris, great show. Parks and Rec, great show. Downton Abbey, huge fan base. Peacock has. What's weird is that if they were paired with someone, then I think this is something that could work. And I guess we're gonna see. What's this Peacock feather? Is that an exclusive thing? This is what I'm trying to figure out here. If they make a distinction for their content. Yeah, so you can't watch Superstore unless you have a premium account. So again, I made a free account, so I wouldn't be able to watch this. So yeah, I mean, there's some decent movies that you see at first. Phantom Thread, Tully, Born Identity. I haven't seen The Express. Jurassic Park, The Matrix, Do the Right Thing. But the real thing... Peacock. You're gonna put Shrek under... Oh, shoot, my internet went out. This is, I'm not gonna lie, this is fairly cute, that when your internet goes out, it goes to Puss in Boots. But as you just saw there, yeah, Shrek is not free, which is a little weird to me, because Shrek came out like in 2003 or something like that. So for it to be still, like, oh, well, we have to, well, in fairness, Shrek has a very vocal fan base. Shrek is love, Shrek is life. But yeah, that does interest me a little bit. So if they're using this as like a home, I don't know, because I feel like this does scratch like certain itches, I guess. And honestly, like HBO is fairly expensive, but I feel like HBO's name recognition is going to get them far enough for a little bit. And I wonder, the thing is, I wonder stuff like Psych, like people really do like Psych. So I am curious to see if like people are seeking that out. Psych 2. But if people are like interested in that type of stuff, then I don't know, you might see something like I know there's been rumors over and over of the Office stuff coming back, and yeah, you can see all these originals that they have. The Ryan Lochte one, Curious George, Where's Waldo. I think it's good that they're getting the kids stuff early on. HBO really only has, I'm trying to remember, the Snoopy thing in Sesame Street, which are two pretty big pulls. Again, they got some decently popular shows like Friday Night Lights, This Is Us, that are, again, part of the free model. I would like to see let me see if there's any way I can figure out what exactly, if there's like a premium section. Because this looks like IMDb has a streaming service that offers like free stuff with ads, or like YouTube or Vudu. All of them have free with ads programs that really just don't get discussed about, which I understand. And we're back at the Puss in Boots. Sorry for my internet. So yeah, if we could figure out somehow like going more into this, and I'm sure there's a list, so I might pull that up just to show a little bit of like, oh yeah, here's what you can't watch with the free thing. But honestly, like, you can't complain too much with the free service with ads. So Ted is blocked, No Identity Thief, but Medea's, Tyler Perry's Boo 2, and Medea's Halloween, all there for you. Forgetting Sarah Marshall and Evan Almighty, again, like, I'm just not sure. It's weird because they have certain things like Children of Men that have been out a decent while that I don't know, like, if people would see these specific movies. I don't know if there's enough of the premium movies for people to look at that and be like, well, gotta get the premium version so I can watch Lone Survivor. Again, the only one is maybe Shrek, if you were a big Shrek fan. They have a lot of the Hitchcock movies, but I think that's Rope that's there, and Rope is the premium service, and that's maybe Hitchcock's best, in contention with Psycho. Two very good movies. But yeah, you can watch 4 Hitchcocks for free. But again, comes down to it for me is the competition is so high, and while this is nice, like, it's cool that honestly, like, there's a decent amount of things that are on here for a free service in terms of movies. But I don't know if, like, I don't know, like, Short Term 12 is on everything. And, like, no one really watches Joe, but you have a whole Nicolas Cage section. That's interesting, I guess. And, like, Classic Monsters. But I just don't know if this will survive too long, or if it will get paired with something else, is what I'm curious about. And the TV shows is where I'm the most interested in about, because obviously it's got The Office, which is a huge player. I know a couple of people got HBO Max or whatever, just so they could watch Friends. So it is interesting because, like, shows like America's Got Talent, like the news and like the late time people, a lot of those highlight clips are posted on YouTube. So I think if you wanted to watch that like on streaming, you probably just watch it that way. Maybe that's just me, but okay, so you'd have to wait to watch some of the newer live episodes. And everybody loves Raymond, King of Queens, 2.5 Men, and they show the Ashton Kutcher one. Interesting. Again, for a free thing, it's pretty cool. You can check it out. I do wonder, the only thing that like gets me worried is I do wonder if they're going to pull a fast one and be like, haha, never mind, this actually costs you a lot of money, so you got to sign up with an account now. I do wonder if it'll ever do that, and I was actually reading up on this article, and Peacock is having similar problems that HBO Max did when it debuted, in that it does not work on Roku and Fire TV, which are two big players like in the streaming market. So if your app doesn't work on that stuff, or if your app's not available, I have a Chromecast, so I assume I'd be able to Chromecast any of these shows, so it would be able to work fine for me. But yeah, I could understand like hesitation because they're not able to reach agreements distribution-wise in terms of releasing that content with Amazon and whoever owns Roku. But that'll be an interesting wrinkle. Again, for what a free service is, I think this is up there with like free Vudu with ads, or free IMDb stuff with ads, or YouTube movies with ads. But it's all here in the same place. And let me actually play one of them so we can figure out how long the ads actually are, like how long you have to wait for them. Okay, so about like right after the opening, so I'd say like a minute and a half in, there's another 10-second Target ad that you can hear running right now. And here's the thing, it didn't show any other ad. Yeah, no, it's just one ad at the beginning, one in the middle, which isn't bad for free content. I don't know if they're going to ramp up the ads. Again, this feels like a sneaky ploy eventually, but for now, you know, if you just want to watch Parks and Rec, because is Parks and Rec still on Netflix? If it's taken off there eventually, and this is a free alternative where you just watch one ad, I don't know. I think enough people would be okay with that. It's not littered with ads, but yeah, that's going to be a Peacock sort of discussion. Let me know what you think. Are you gonna download Peacock? It's free. Is it worth it for you? A free thing. Maybe it's not. Maybe a bunch of people are like, I don't need another app. I can understand that thought process. But yeah, that's gonna be it. Let me know your thoughts on Peacock. Thanks.